What up, though, Detroit? It's the boys, y'all. Hey, we back like we never left. It's the D313XP, man. We are back. It's been a long time coming, man. We got so much to talk about and catch up on. We just had one of the most amazing events that this city could have had in a very, 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 very long time. And I'm ecstatic. I hope y'all are. I know y'all are. If not, then you just a lame. You get to sit in the corner. And as y'all know, I ain't always up here alone because I got my two co-partners, my brothers, the ones that support me and I support back, the ones that love to hate me, the ones that got the Modelo beer to tease me with it every time. Let's start with my guy, the guy we call the plug, that new breed. What's going on, breed?
What up, though? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? What's up? What's up? It's good to be back. Back like we left some. So it's always a good time, good thing to come back and talk about sports and just being back, man. It just feels so right. Feels so right.
I know, right? Well, and across from me is my very wonderful Playboy wannabe co-captain, the Clippers fan who hopefully might get eliminated tonight, and my homeboy Eagles fan that likes to troll every cow fan that's out there, Mr. DC1 Fly, no Eagle Fly Clippers, James Harden. Daryl, what's going on, bro?
What's up, man? What's going on, man? It feels good to be back, man, with you guys, man. Listen, man, it's been a long time, man. Just happy that us three we back on the show together, man. Talk some sports again. It's definitely exciting, man, and just being back on this panel, man. So I'm happy all three of us we back. We're gonna get this show cracking, man. And Nomas, first of all, the Clippers not getting eliminated. Second of all, the Clippers still tied the series 2-2. Third of all, that the Eagles are gonna be all right. No, don't come here talking that crap, okay? All right, all right. So we're gonna leave it at that, okay?
All right, and don't forget it. In this world, we got things like war going on. So, fortunately, yeah, wow. So I don't even know how I want to start this off, man. We obviously know the elephant in the room. The city of Detroit, our great, very humble city that has been abused, criticized, disrespected, everything you can think of, has just hosted the 2004. I said 2004. Lord help. 2024 NFL draft, and Brad Holmes, showed out. But before we can get into all of that, the atmosphere, man, and Bree, I know you was down there all 3 days. I'm gonna start this one off you, man. What was the atmosphere for you as a person? How long you been a Detroiter, just born and raised in the city? Just to have this moment. We had the Super Bowl in the past, but the situation now is different because the Lions, as we know, coming off a winning season, and then to have this happen. Just what was it like for you down there in the downtown area? Just experiencing. What was it?
It was incredible. The whole experience was just the whole draft experience, and to just see downtown and so many people down there from everywhere come to the city and just be down here, and no matter what team you are, even if you with certain teams we don't like, but it was just good to see them down here, and then for them to actually um have love for the city and talk about how much they have fun in the city. So it was incredible. That first night, first draft night, Brent, it was, man, it was incredible. There's many people down there. It was over, like, damn near almost 300,000 people that first day. That's unheard of. That's unheard of. But that's just for the first day. It's some drafts that many people came all together within the 3 days. But to have it in one day, that's crazy. And just being around, like I said, even other fans, and they was cool, even though we're joking around, talking about teams and stuff like that, but it was all love though. It was all love, that especially that first night, actually all 3 days, really. But the whole atmosphere, then when they traded up to get that pick, and you saw that, and you heard that big old roar, and you were like, what's going on? And they moved up, and that place, man, it was nuts. It was crazy from the start to when the Lions had their pick. It was just like, it was crazy. And all the players, you could just see all the draft picks, man. They liked it here too. I've had a chance to talk to a few of the players too, so it was cool. It was a great experience for me. I loved it. I loved all 3 days. It was incredible.
Yes, sir. All right, DC1. I gotta ask you the same thing, man. I know you was there for at least the first 2 nights. Man, what was just like your perspective? Again, I know we all born and raised in the city, man. You being a fan, a double fan of one of our team, and also that. But just in general, what was it like? Have you ever experienced it?
I've been waiting for this moment, man. Because ever since they announced the draft would be here in Detroit, man, I've been waiting for this moment to come down there, for the opportunity to be down there, because this is a once of a lifetime event. So it's just the fact that the fact that having in our city, that you already get the national media talk bad about our city. And to sit up here, we had this type of event that everybody, showed out, over almost 300,000 fans in the first day, and all 3 days, it was just amazing. Over 700, it was almost 800,000 fans out there, bro. All 3 events. And like I said, in the other cities, in the past, you barely get just like, 300, thousand. And just to have that in one at the first night, and then have overall for the whole entire weekend, almost 800,000 fans that weekend. It was a very wonderful experience to see other, not just majority of our Lions fans. You see other different fan bases, like either with Eagles fans, Cowboy, other teams that you see, what I'm saying? Just, joking around with them, just having fun, but, all different events with, even diehard football fans to average football fans to, people that are not football fans, just to come out, just to show the love and support for our city, man. And, it was everything. It wasn't really no major incidents happening. So it was major incident. That wasn't really no major incidents that I know. So for it might be some incidents, like major incidents, like somebody got shot or somebody did some crazy stuff. But it was. I mean, you're gonna have your type of crazy stuff, but yeah. So, but yeah, it's been a wonderful experience, man, for my end. Even though the first 2 days, especially the first day, my feet was killing me. I was with the guys at Dynasty Sports Network. Shout out to my guy, Big Willie Styles, that's in the chat, man. Cass, saying Culture Boy Wine, saying we was down there, man, the first night. It was a wonderful experience. So, I was down there the second day, man. Just having so much fun. That's right, man. Big Willie Styles know what time it is. We ain't finna go there about the Spartan, so we know. But yeah, it was fun. And like I said, Novus, I'm glad you came and showed out. Saying you get the opportunity to see the wonderful experience on your end, even though it was the second day. So I didn't go the third day. I was like, what, I'm chilling out. I'm chilling out, not going on the third day, it just relaxed. But it was great, man. Just see, guys walking across that stage, getting drafted, getting picked, man. So it was definitely a wonderful experience.
Yes, sir. Great, both of y'all. First of all, what up, though, Big Willie? Glad you could make it. Yeah, you know what, man? Before I get going, might as well, since I've run his name, but salute to Big Willie. Big Willie was a reason why I didn't have to go home and cook Friday. Boy, I passed out 30 minutes after I got home. It took us almost an hour or more to get home. I went home, drank the beer, and passed out 6 in the morning. And I knew I was done. It's just I tried to go, but they too. My feet felt like there were stones under them. Like I didn't even know if I had feet no more, bro. I was like, what the hell is this? I was like, I can't believe the big cat's talking about. But to start it off, man, look, I'm sorry, y'all know I get a lot of times I'm not afraid to admit. I'm a man who wears his emotion on the sleeve. A lot of times, I'm a guy who I'll be first to admit I don't get out as often as I would like. No, I had that same feeling down there. Well, first off, I wasn't crying night one, but I was going through it. So I spent time with one of my longtime buddies that I met on Twitter. We watched the draft together, and I ate grapes and celebrate the pick and all that. And that got me through it. I made my video late that night. So here comes day two. Shout out to a very special person. I wish he was in the chat right now. Mr. Owens, his team, he was responsible for why I had the experience I had. Completely, nearly solely 100% responsible. This man made sure I got there. He would have got me for both days. Even bought me the hat that y'all see on top of my head right now. It was a blessing. We walked around, thanks to Daryl here, made us walk around in circles 30 times just to find y'all at the Shake Shack. But yeah, man, it was a hell of an experience seeing all the people down there, bro. We got a people mover, man. It was packed on the people. This is my second time ever riding the people mover. But when I tell you that people mover was so packed from the start of it to the beginning, it made no sense. The driver looked like they was almost to the window, bro. That's how packed it was. And you seeing all these Lions fans, Rams fans, Niners fans, just all these different melting pots of people down there. I didn't realize just how much we could fill the city up down there. And I'm like, damn, it's really that many people here in Detroit. Like, it sounds crazy the way I'm saying it, but it's just like that level of authenticity. And it was like I had that same feeling when I went to my first Piston game last year. We must support the sign last year with Daryl, where I met you breathe, and obviously the baseball game we attended together. I had that same feeling, but it was like times 10. You know what I'm saying? And just to have that moment, to have that in Detroit, y'all know I'm an emotional guy. I go through a lot of stuff mentally where I'm upset. That get out the house, to have that moment, to have that, atmosphere down there, the trash talking, you know what I'm saying, from watching y'all do it, the laughter. It was just like, why can't we have that all the time? It was one of those type of things for me. And just, I could go out there and feel like I was in my book. I could go out there and, mingle with other Lions fans and, people that was running up to Big Cash, shout out to Big Cash in that title. It brought a lot of attention, man, to Willie and the interview they had, stuff like that. That was dope. You want to see stuff like happen and stuff like that happen for other people, man. We all work together and stuff, as content creators and, podcasters and stuff. So just to have that, man, it was just dope. And the fact that we were able to benefit the way we did was a beautiful thing. Like, I love knowing that as boring as my life was growing up, that now as an adult, something like this 10 years ago, I wouldn't have been out. 10 years ago, this time 10 years ago, I wouldn't have made it. But that's why I'm doing right now with my life is trying to take the steps further to make these experiences that I normally always wanted to go, but never thought I could. And I'm taking that advantage now and trying to do these things. So we do end up getting an all-star game because we sold it out downtown, 750,000. Our people did it, bro. And now the NBA is noticing, like the Pistons sucking butt. They noticed and said, hey, we want this ad revenue too. If this small city in Detroit can do this, we should take it. You know what I'm saying? And when the All-Star games do come, I will be there. Because I can't miss out on these opportunities, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's different, like I said, when the Pittsburgh had the Super Bowl here back in 06, nobody cared about football at the time because the Lions were just, not at that state of what they are right now. Now that they are something, it just adds an extra element to it on top of that. Like, we felt like kings. People tried to come in down here and snag us like and we went for that. We was all on them. You know what I'm saying? The Cowboys fans got it. I was kind of giving it to some Bears fans. We gave everybody, Willie and Cash. We was all giving some fans, out of good spirit and fun. It was just a wonderful time, man. And I wish more people could have experienced it because I think people took it for granted. You know what I'm saying? We don't know when the next time the draft will come back. It could be another 20 years. So, if that's the case, I hope you chose to, make the right decision because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I was at least able to be a part of it for at least one day. So I'm grateful for that. So I just say thanks to Roger Dale and the NFL for that. At the very least, that's one thing they have done for Detroit. Bring the draft here, and salute to everybody that was down there and everybody who had an official weekend during the draft. I'm gonna pass it off to our guests. I see we got in the house is Big Willie. What's going on, brother?
Man, that boy Noman's long-winded, ain't he?
Somebody get him out of here.
He over there doing a Gettysburg Address over there.
Oh, man, now I had the dream speech going on. My goodness. Big Willie Styles in the building, man. I just wanted to pop in for a minute, man, just to kick it with you guys, man. I see you guys back on and rolling, man. Listen, we had a great show last night, too, man. The whole experience, this past weekend kind of rejuvenated us once again to get back going, man. Hopefully we be able to really push out some more of that content, man, because like I said, we had a ball down there. I would say this. I didn't say it at least I don't think I said it on the show last night, but one thing about Big Willie, man, I'm going to take my nap, man. I'm going to let y'all know that right now. Listen, I was...
Oh, you said it yesterday. You said it yesterday.
I feel you.
Because listen, the first day, me and Wise, man, we got down there early. Like, I would say like about 8 o'clock because, we didn't know what to expect. So we wanted to be prepared. So we got down there about 8 o'clock, which, there was no issue with traffic, no issue with parking where we parked at. So we really was able to navigate, freely like we want to. But being down there from 8 o'clock in the morning to 11:30 at night, walking around, trying to take breaks and everything like that. I had to sit down, take me a nap to rejuvenate because it was an all-day affair. And which honestly was worth it. We had fun. And then second night, we knew how to better navigate. We didn't need to go to all the places that we went to the night before because we experienced it. So it was mostly the second day was a good chill day. Just sit there, interact with, a lot of people downtown and different fans going back and forth. And just, like you said, the feeling like I said, there was, like I said, we didn't really see, any incidents, maybe been a one or two, but it was, very few that didn't cause any major, problems. So that's a good thing. And I think everybody was really down there to have a good time. And it really showed itself this past weekend. So, yeah, it definitely was a great experience. I would love to experience it again. So I might, now, traveling, being that the NFL is making it to where they're going across different cities, it might be a good experience to go ahead and experience that draft in another city, see how they hold up, because, we just set the bar high, and I don't think nobody's going to touch that. You feel me?
Nobody going to touch it. I don't believe nobody's going to. And matter of fact, the crazy part, too, look at what Kansas City, they just held theirs last year, and they was the Super Bowl champs. And we outdid them. Our city outdid their city. They had theirs, 300,000 just in 3 days. We almost had it in one night, the first night. And they've been winning.
Right. And see, the thing is, our setup made it that convenient because we had it to where it was open. A lot of these places, they try to get in closed off spaces, but we was kind of open, especially during, Hart Plaza is basically like an open strip, so people can move around, and then Campus Marshes and the little area they had to set up on the stage, it was a lot of room. Like these other cities, I don't think they really got to where you could navigate like that to where we could fit everybody in. So, shout out to the city for how they orchestrated this whole ordeal. and made it possible that we were able to participate. And like I said, because we from the city, we know how to navigate in and out. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't no problem with us parking. Listen, the folks that paid $100 for parking, I get it. You wanted to be close. The problem that you have with being that close is that you got to get out.
Yep. Exactly.
You paid $100. Exactly. You didn't pay $100 to get express. You paid $100 just to get close, so you have to walk a little bit. So it's kind of like you sacrifice one, and then you made it a hard problem for the other, because now you got to sit through traffic to try to get out of traffic, then get hit to the freeway and all that type of stuff. So you spend an hour and a half just trying to navigate out because you want to, and then you spent the $100 to get close. But that was for the out of towners that didn't know no better. So of course they got duped. And then like the vendors and the food and everything, of course they kind of like how they was in the stadium. Everything is overpriced. $15 for a Bud Light. Of course, the last couple nights we may have bought one or two, but like what we did, like we pre-game and post-game had some, some drinks and some, food, back at where we was parked at, and it made it convenient, man. So it was a great time.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It was definitely a great time, man. Like you said, that's another thing I didn't bring up too, man. Like you and Cass, man, y'all was being interviewed by Mara McDonald from Local 4, man. That was huge, man. Seeing that, that was just like, the experience that, especially people coming to you and Cass, especially Cass with the belt, what I'm saying, with and everybody coming taking pictures, just even the fan base, just coming up like, man, hey, this has been a great, wonderful experience,
Yeah.
And it's like people, all the national media, saying how bad our city is, and like they make it seem like it's bad, and it's really not. It's really just certain people that makes it gonna make it look bad, but our city is not as bad as what everybody think it is.
No, it's not. And the only thing I hated that they cut my part of the interview out on when they aired it on Channel 4, but I was able to have somebody record it, so I got proof that I did get interviewed. So anybody want to say, well, we didn't see you, well, I got the proof, but they just cut my part short of the interview. But yeah, it was something that we anticipated, that we wanted to make sure that we was able to show up and show out ourselves. Like this was like a once in a lifetime experience for me and for all of us. Like I don't know how many of us is gonna ever experience being in a draft atmosphere. Like I said, for years you seen they had it at New York. Like, damn, do I really want to travel all New York to get this experience? And now they're moving it all around and gave us the opportunity to experience something that being in that environment was great. I got something I can check off my bucket list now,
Yeah. It's something too. It's something we can, you pass down. You have children, you pass on to your children, your grandchildren, your other, the younger generation. Like, hey, I went to, we experienced the NFL draft, and this was like, and now you say you never know, probably another 10, 15 years to be another, NFL draft coming to Detroit, man. But it's just been a wonderful experience, man, for all of us, man.
And the thing is this, I was talking with Big A earlier about it, because we was saying like how, this experience is going to open it up for the NBA and the NHL, other all-star games to come here. I was also mentioning like, the way that we held up and the amount of people that we're showing that we can contain at this time, that also is a possibility down the line that, they may consider us for Olympic Games. You see that we can hold the people. So that's a possibility that opened up too. So the city, it did its job this past weekend to show that, listen, we can handle this. And I'm hoping, like you said, the next be the NBA, NHL, and possibly down the road, we can have some Summer Olympics here, man, or Winter Olympics too, because we got winter,
exactly
here in Detroit as well. So, with this weekend, the possibilities is endless at this point.
Absolutely. And then another thing, this is the first major all-star game, we that we would have if we end up having an NBA and NHL. We haven't had like a major, like, I mean, you can count the Final Four back in 2009, but also we had, remember in was it 2005? That we
Super
had
Bowl.
Super Bowl, and before that, after that, we had the baseball All-Star game at Comerica Park.
Right.
People forgot about that. So, like you said, Big Willie, man, it's just having like the way how we showed out, and the national media knows, like, hey, look, man, we could get the NBA, NHL here. We just got to figure out a date.
For
a
sure.
year and
For
a day.
sure.
If you remember, I forgot about the Final Four. So we really had to remind me that. And then the other thing too, y'all can remember. What if we get like I know they don't often want to do it that way. Now this is why I wish Ford Field kind of like update their roof and get like a retractable roof. Because like, what if we could host a Natty game or one of the top 4 big bowl games that you get? I think the most we have is like Quicken Lanes and then like the MAC championship. And I noticed with the Quicken Lanes, they showed out because I worked down there when they was doing it. And like, get some more football atmosphere. You see what's happening with the Michigan Panthers. People be down, and we know better than any of us. So it's like they can do more stuff here.
Well, the thing is, the NCAA. I understand where you're coming from, Noam, as far as have like them big major bowl games. But the problem is the NCAA. They're so biased of having, especially major bowl games in the Midwest, because they're so biased. They're gonna even have it on the West. It has to be neutral. They don't really want to have it. Oh, even our stadium is indoors. It's only holds 65,000 fans. And for like somebody in the SEC or Big Ten and all that, major schools, it's not going to be enough. So that's why the NCAA is so biased when it comes to these major big, like big bowl games. That's why you see the, bowl little small bowl games, even the MAC championship, because they know it's not a big major like the Big Ten, the SEC, or the ACC. So, and then plus, I think it's going to cost a lot of money. Ford Field's been around since 2000. So you're talking about you're going to have to it's going to add more money to either redo the stadium, or you're going to have to turn around. You're going to have to find a new location, new site to have a new football arena, which 9 times out of 10 you may have to have it just outside of the city, because where you're going to have it at in the city, to be honest. So that's when that's the issue. The NCAA is not gonna have a major bowl game, unfortunately. Everything is either West Coast or is in this down south.
And plus, a lot of these schools ain't gonna want to come down here anyway. They want to go to warm cities.
Yep.
So a lot of them don't even come to cold cities. I don't want to say no names, Alabama, but to name a few.
But I mean, you really think of it, and you're thinking too, like now in Texas is now in the SEC, but they already had it before when they was in the Big 12. They already was, saying they already scheduled for, saying Texas and Michigan play this year. So Texas coming in town in Ann Arbor, but guess what? It's in the beginning of the season. It's September, so it's still gonna be warm. So it's not like but.
So
but yeah, man.
Time to switch gears into the main event of what we want to talk about.
Let's get into it. Talk about the draft picks.
Yes.
Main event of the evening.
Brad Holmes. So in the first round in the 2004,
2020.
Why do I keep doing that? In the 2024 NFL draft, Brad Holmes and the Detroit Lions trade up to pick number 24 with the Cow. I'm not going to finish that name. The Cow people. And then we traded up, gave them a 3rd round pick, which was 73, and we got a 7th rounder in return, which we would take the guy considered the best cornerback in the draft, Terrion Arnold out of Alabama. And like y'all said, the city erupted because you got what I feel is an absolute steal. Talking about the first 14 picks offensive players. So I'm going to start with you, Daryl. What was your opinion about that pick and why you like the pick? Just tell me your feelings about that whole shebang bang, as they say.
Well, the reason why I love this pick because of a guy that's fit perfect with the pick. They're fit perfect with this culture with this Lions team. The guy, he's very fast. He could cover very well. He plays. He could play side to side. He's he's um he's strong. I really love this pick because it adds depth into what we needed. Our secondary has been one of the issues that we had this last season, even the last few years, especially with Cam Sutton and Velder and all those guys. Man, just have issues with our corners and safety. So you bring this with Brad Holmes, if you're like, what, it's time to add some depth to our secondary. So again, a guy like him, Terrion Arnold, like I said, I watched a couple of Alabama games, even including the one in the national semis game against Michigan. Terrion shows he belongs in this league. He's one of the top. He was projecting one of the top 5, corners, in this draft. So for a guy like him, this a Dan Campbell, Aaron Glenn type of guy, Brad Holmes type of guy. So he still, once he comes in, we'll see how he does. The OTAs, mini camps, and the training camps and stuff. So and he's going to be he's going to be going to put in a position in this coaching staff, and with the veterans we have. I mean, we got Amik Robinson, we got Carlton Davis. We got those and Kirby Josephs and the guys. They're gonna help groom this guy to be better, successful. So I love it. You might not see him in every, of course you're not gonna see him in every, every snap, but if he goes up there, works hard, he shows that he play a lot of snaps in this game. That AG gonna put him in situations that's gonna help this team out.
All right. What about you, Breed? What's your feeling about the pick, Holmes?
Well, I like the pick. I do like the pick, and just and for him to the way he came out when he got picked, and when he said he home, that just added right there. It was like, yo, he wants to come here.
Yep.
Like, this is his home, and you need somebody. If you got somebody that's happy to be here and that's enthused to want to work like that, that's the type of player the Lions need. That's right up their alley. A guy that's gonna work hard, ain't gonna ask too many questions. He just gonna let his game do the talking. And that's how a lot of these Alabama guys is, man. They just like, hey, they stay, especially they defense. They just some scrappers. They don't even care. You see what Brian Branch did for us. So he's gonna work for that starting corner. I don't really see him being that, but he could eventually become that. But I like the pick. I like that, his family. I actually got a chance to meet him, and he did cool guy, man. And he had his family around him. What people don't really know, I think his mom is actually his agent. So and yeah, she's tough. She's tough. So but I like the pick, man. I'm just eager to see him play. But like I said, it's gonna be a battle. I can't wait till training camp to see how he plays, and he's gonna be physical. He's definitely gonna be a physical guy. He's gonna get tested by these receivers. I actually want to see how he is in training camp with guys like St. Brown and J-Mo and all them. So I'm eager to see how he's gonna be at training camp. But I do like this pick. I think this is a guy in the future that we could build on for sure. It's somebody for depth because we don't know how long Davis and Robertson is going to be here. So we know that this guy is actually going to be here. So we don't know how these other two guys, how long they're going to be here. So that's my look at it, man. But I'm very happy for him to be here, man. And I dig that suit he was wearing too. That was
Oh
fly.
yeah. Oh
Suit
yeah.
was fly. So suit was fly.
All right, man. That's a very good taste from both of y'all. Now, for me, when I first heard the pick, like I said, I was watching the draft with a buddy guy on Discord. And I paused for a second because I remember hearing that, and because I called it a smoke screen. I heard that Brad Holmes wanted to go get this guy. And I'm like, that's a smoke screen. I didn't realize how much the truth that was because you gotta remember one thing: we haven't been picking this nowhere near this late in over 30 years. Not over 30 years. Only time we naturally had the 29th pick or the 24th pick is usually if we traded back or something like that. And that's the only way we have it. Otherwise, we've been 22 or under for as long as I can remember. And I'm like, this guy clearly could have been a top 15 pick easily, but the draft board goes the way it goes, and sometimes it pushes guys. So I was excited for us to get him, but it just took me a minute to catch up with me. So I'm like, okay, we went and got this guy, man. And when I looked at his film, I'm like, okay, he's petty. I said yesterday on DSN, man, he's a petty cornerback. Like he's not going to probably win every single battle out the gate. But one thing I can say is that he's petty. He can play the mind games with you. He's competitive, and those are the little things that you have to have as a cornerback, man. You have to be able to play mind games with people. He ain't got to be a dog. One thing I can say about him, he's not afraid to lay the wood. He's not, he's handsy. He can get his hand on the ball, and and that's going to only make him better. So if you're right, he don't start. He's going to eventually start before the season's over, one way or another, because these guys that they drafted ain't just about to sit down and just be spoon-fed. They want the smoke. And Carlton Davis and Reed Robinson and whoever else, they're going to have to really bring it because you got some young guys that know their future should be long. And Brad Holmes said it himself, it's a competition. And he said they got to come out and earn it. He said they're good players, but you still got to go out there and prove it. And I think they know that already coming into it. You got to understand, because we'll get you best believe, you go get an epic inside the den with the Lions later down the line, near training camp time. You go get an epic draft review inside the den. Those here, obviously. So we go see how that interview process. We already know how they players. They want to know how smart you are. They want to know if you got that dog in you. They want to know if you're really a competitor or not. If you can pass those steps, you're not going to be a life in their eyes. You got to be willing to do whatever. So those are things I take from. You got a real dog, man. You ain't got some guy coming off the street. You ain't got field or you don't have somebody you hope can turn into somebody as a UDFA or this and that third. You wondering about their development. Or somebody you got to overpay a lot of money to. You got a young guy that's going to get a chance to do what something that we ain't had at least since Darius left. And at the end of the day, can't be more happy about it. And with that transitions too, and I'm gonna start off with you again, Bree, because we stood there on day 2. You know what I'm saying? Waiting for that pick to get there. And the Lions stayed put. It came out there. Shout out to Barry Sanders and Mike Duggan, who announced the pick, by the way. And shout out to Greg. I know we're gonna get to it in a minute, but Big Greg as well. Also announced to pick our governor as well for being there in the draft and putting on the bus, of course. But we're gonna start the second round pick in this Ray Straw. It's number 61 overall. Bree, go ahead, have at it, brother. I ain't heard no. If I heard a lot of people, I haven't heard you.
As far as Rakeshaw, man, he's definitely he's a physical corner. Yeah. I seen him a couple of Missouri games. He's very physical. The thing, I think I'm a little worried about his speed. Because sometimes if you got a speedy wide receiver, he could get burnt at times. Yeah. So that's what I'm worried about. Sometimes that physicalness is cool, but sometimes with these speedy guys, guys like Tyreek Hill and all them, you gotta stay with them. Yeah. So you gotta match speed with physicals. But I like him. I think he's gonna be under the learning tree of everybody. But I like this pick. I do like this pick, man. And just got to see, how he plays during training camp. I know that physical style. I like his physical style. I like that he hits hard, and I just like his game. I just want to just see how he do in training camp.
All right, Daryl, you see one? That's what you got on the bed.
I actually like this pick as well. Like I said, there's another situation where Brad Holmes was like, yeah, we need to make sure have more depth into our corner position. Just in case, injuries, even with our veterans, or, get these young guys opportunities. It's just, this is definitely a depth situation that needed to be addressed. So we wanted to make sure we had that. So I like, like I say, I've seen a couple of them. I know I've seen Missouri game where they played Georgia. He played very well. Actually, Missouri gave Georgia problems in the beginning, but Georgia is Georgia. But he, like you say, he's physical. But Breed is right. The question is, his speed. When you're going up against guys, like these fast and speedy receivers like Tyreek Hill, those guys, can he match that speed? But like I said, he's be under, like him and Terrion, they'll be under, learning from these veterans of Carlton Davis and Meek Robinson and Curry Joseph and those guys, and learn from these guys. Same thing with the coaching staff is going to put them in the situation. But I think what he'll probably be playing at certain packages. Don't be surprised if he be on the special teams that situation. So but I actually like it. Like I said, is what Brad Holmes did just to make sure to add depth, to this corner position, because the secondary, it's been an issue for them, for a while. So it's been long overdue. So hopefully having the corners that we have that can, not only take pressure off these veterans, that also too that can help, better our secondary. Because if our pass rush can get there and then turn around, we're not getting our, corners getting burned. Why not communicate? It doesn't even matter. You got to have the corners that, the safeties to be able to stay with these receivers and tight ends. So I like it. It's gonna, like I said, him and Tyrion they're gonna learn from these guys, and they're gonna be all right.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna say right now. Hands down, one of my favorite picks that Brad Holmes has ever drafted. He's one of them. The reason why is because, like I said about the first pick for Terrion, I said Terrion's physical. He's a heady cornerback, but this guy is, to me, all attitude problem and physicality. And what I love about this guy is that in his speed, relentless. I almost sometimes look at him like a linebacker in the D-back spot, because he flies around and hits everybody. Like, if you got the ball in your hand or it's coming to you, you're going to get popped. You do not want to be an offense and allow them to have our young corners have y'all receivers in front of him, have everything in front of him, because he's going to make you feel like he's a safety, hitting you every single chance of the way, bro. This guy can hit. I haven't seen a cornerback drafted by the Lions in the top 3 rounds that has been able to come in and hit the way he has until, well, you can say with Brian Branch, and I know the 6th round back there, he had Diggs, but this has got to be one of the most physical cornerbacks that the Lions have ever drafted in a long time, because this guy, I'll tell you right now, this game speed versus running speed, and I get it. Tyreek Hill and certain receivers like him, they're special cases because you can't coach them based on level of speed. So I get that point. And honestly, they do it to a lot of veterans, so I'm not going to kill him for getting burned by Tyreek Hill. But I've seen the Lions bring in some no-name corners that had speed, and it didn't matter. It just didn't matter. So at this point, I know Aaron Glenn is going to do stuff that's going to allow them to have everything in front of them and give them the best opportunity to fight back. And, when you're physical, you got that tenacity. I don't care how fast somebody else is, you find ways to make plays. And I think that's what it is. They both handsy on the ball. But I feel like this guy is just a little bit more aggressive on his point of attack. You got the perfect combination there. You know, it's like having Ryu and Ken on Street Fighter. One is more of a fist fighter, you know, leans more on his ground attack, while the other one was very swingy, air assault, drop kicks, tenacious with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they almost complement each other perfectly. You know what I'm saying? The future is bright with both of them. But, this guy, man, like I said, the game speed on both corners are faster than what, you may see on the 40 time, which I care less about, what you assume about in college. It's about, the staff get them acclimated enough to where they know their positioning, they know their route their man they're supposed to cover, and they know when they're supposed to press and when they're supposed to jump, if they know if they're supposed to have tight coverage or have loose coverage. It's just about the mechanical makeup that they have to come in with, man. I think that's just what it comes down to. This is a very good sleeper pick, in my opinion. I'm glad the Lions chose to sit and wait for him to kind of come to him. Because, like I said, the physicality and the aggression is just what pops off to you the very first second you pop on the tape. Like, you have to be crazy not to notice that. So it's like, and another thing too that I think everybody forget, I really like the fact that Brad Holmes is bringing a little Southern blood to this team when it comes to drafting a lot of these players. Man, you going to Alabama, you going to Missouri now. Just to name a couple places. Someone say. No, I guess they not. But yeah, but still, like the Southern connection and the skill position players, guys used to playing outside in real hot weather. Some play outside in cold weather, like you with Aiden. Although he's more here, but still, he's used to playing in cold weather. I'm glad they're starting to get into the thrill of getting outside their range, man, with some of these players, man. Guys that just know how to play in the extreme in a bit wild environment. So that wild nature that we kind of been lacking in this defense is kind of really good for us, man. I'm digging it. And that's why I really do like that pick. You know what I'm saying? I think they got a chance to really be something here in the NFL, but it's about how well they develop. Now, a lot of people feel they should be starters out the gate. I'm not on that yet because I know how this franchise is wired right now. And don't be surprised if you see Carlton Davis and Mosley starting, or at least one other two corners starting, which would probably be Terrion and Davis. But I don't think these two guys are going to officially start together until either much, much later down the year, like past the middle of the season, to then the second year they're supposed to be in the league, because they love slow grooming their players and feeding them spoonfuls of stuff to try to keep them ahead of the curve so they don't have to go through things too rough. And I think that's what the Lions are trying to do. They're trying to spoon feed a lot of young talent. So, as much as I know we want to see a lot of these guys come out the gate, I think with Brian Branch in his situation last year, he was in the nickel spot, so it was a little bit different for him. In this situation, I think they're going to want to spoon feed. And, there was the same thing with Gibbs. It was the same thing with, obviously, the J-Mo situation was different, but it was the same thing with, Jack Campbell to a certain extent. So I just think they're going to slow build these guys into it. This is just something I'm assuming. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm not saying they should do it that way. I'm just, from what I gathered with them, this is what it seems like they like to do. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But don't be surprised, sad and angry if they're not starting. Because I know how this fan base is. If they don't feel like they're getting the guys they want to see out there on the field, they're going to be an uproar. So I'm just giving you a potential fair warning. Be mindful of that. But what's going on, Alex Huron? Thank you for joining the show. I know Big Willie got a chance to meet you.
I want to give, right quick, I want to give a shout out to Alex, man. I get a chance to meet him in person, man, but he ended up running into Big Willie Styles and casting of the other day at the draft, though. So I didn't get a chance to meet him in person, but we'll give a shout out to Alex, man. He's been a showing love and supporting on our channel as well. Of course, the Dynasty Sports Network and D313XP, man. He's been one of our big supporters as well, man. Shout out to Alex, man. I know he had a great time down there to draft, so shout out to him, man. So I wanted to say that.
Yes. Shout out to him. Well, it's time to move. We obviously know we didn't have a third round pick. We wake up day 3 of the draft, and boy, was there some stuff going on. So the Lions trade a third round pick to the Jets, pick 126, and we pick up one of the most controversial players in the draft. With got a lot of arguments going on in the fan base, you know what? I'm gonna just start this. I'm gonna start this pick off myself. So we select at 126 Giovanni Manu, offensive tackle out of British Columbia. So here's the thing: 350 pounds, 6'8", built like an ox. I call him Baby Sue because that's what he kind of give me vibes of. I'm gonna be real with y'all.
Oh
A lot of
God.
people are, I know, but a lot of people are upset about the pick because they feel like you traded up to go get somebody coming from another like country school or whatever like that, and he's not going to start. And they couldn't scratch their head about it. Here's the thing about it: regardless if you don't like his, you don't want to buy into the measurables and all this stuff. It's a 4th round pick. This draft in general was about building depth for the future. It wasn't about trying to get your top 100 players to come in and be game 1 starters. The whole point of this draft was to build depth. You got Taylor Decker, who I'm going to just estimate might play 3 more years. Frank Radnow might be a good year. You got to start looking at the future right now. You know, they're not going to be here forever. All winning teams got to replenish their offensive line some kind of way. Maybe they saw something in his film, because he is a hell of a person. And I know people try to say the competition, and I'm not trying to indirectly, you know, take a shot at Big A. I know Big A had his question marks on a lot of picks. Down there, all of them after the first 2. But what he has to understand is, too, it's not just always about the competition that the player go against or how big they or the bodies they moving. Bro, you got to look at the technique, too. If the technique is real, it shouldn't matter. There's one thing you beat up somebody just because you're bigger and badder and somebody else smaller, but if you got technique to show it, that might make up for what you're lacking in, let's say, the competition. Like, let's go back to Okuda. When we took Okuda, the knock on him was he was a 1-year starter, and he didn't face no competition. In fact, the only competition that receiver he went against, they said, was Quintez Cephas. Not a bad player, but compared to some of the other guys that came out before Cephas and after, they feel like he didn't really go against much competition. And as you see, with Okuda, his technique was flawed. He had a lot of mechanical issues, and it showed in his game. You know, I love Okuda, but it is what it is. Now, I still root for him to get his career right, get himself right. But that's what it is. It's about the technique too. And the whole point of why they got him is we all go get these picks 3 years. Just like we did the first 2021 draft, always now. Cannot get upset because of something that you was cool with when it came to guys like Jack Campbell last year. You know what I'm saying? You can't switch up now because it's an offensive lineman, and you got contracts movement, and they got that money for their draft. Taylor Decker, like I said, for all we know, he can play 2 more years, 3 years, whether it be with the Lions or not. They got to have a backup plan. Because Sewell is likely to go get pushed to the left side, but you still got to get the right side together. So this is a good opportunity to develop somebody into a guy. You know what I'm saying? Take that raw talent and see if he can actually manifest that for real. And if it works out, cool. If it don't, well, that's where the GM got to show his grit and have a backup plan to make sure we are equipped with what we absolutely need. But the talent is there with him. I watched a little bit of it. He's got it, bro. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to tell that dude he ain't got it. I'm sorry. You go up to him and tell him he can't push you out the way. And not to mention, we get linemen all the time that beat up on players that come from UCLA. UCLA is a school that has nothing but small guys on the trenches, and even Penn State sometimes. So it ain't always got to be because you're small don't mean you ain't got it. You got that dog in you got the dog in you. But I'm going to quit running my mouth. Bree has started to go on this. What you think about it, man? Uh-oh.
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a project pick, man. Definitely a depth pick. Yeah, he's a big guy. He's definitely a big guy, and it's a whole lot different in the NFL than down there in Canada.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be dealing with some different type of guys.
Yeah.
Going right to him. So he has to throw. He has to show up, and even in practice, it's going to be interesting to see how he does against guys like Hutchinson and James Houston and all them, and Reeder and them. It's going to be interesting to see how he does against them and how he deals with the NFL quickness of defensive players. Because a guy that big, it's like you can be athletic, but if you run into guys like a Hutch or Michael Parsons and guys like that that has speed, can you catch up to them? And you can have all the strong. You can be strong as much as you can, but them the type of guys to where they'll throw like swim moves, they'll spin, they'll do all kinds of things. So it's just going to be interesting to see how he deals with that.
Yeah.
Now I do agree with you, Noam, on this is basically a depth pick for guys like Decker, and that's only has a couple more years. He can learn from guys like Decker and Sewell and all them.
Yeah.
So he's under a good learning tree. It's just
Hank Friendly go beyond him.
Oh, definitely. Pause though. But yeah. But it's just he gonna fight for a spot, that's for sure. But I think this is the type of guy to where he's up to the challenge. And I just want to see exactly how he deals with NFL speed, and because like I said, it's a whole lot different in Canada than it is here. So he has to really just show up and show out and just play. But yeah, this is a good pick. It's a nice pick. I'm just more because but I know people giving him comparisons and stuff. Let's slow it down. Let's see how he plays. Because I've heard some people say that he's kind of like this person, like a mini Sewell and Trent Williams and all that. Like, let's just wait. Let's just wait. So let's just wait.
All fair. First of all, we want to say shout out to Bears Country Production. Appreciate y'all for showing up, man.
BCP, what's good with y'all? Thanks for coming out, man. Thanks for showing love.
Yes.
I want to thank them too for having me on their podcast, man, during the draft. So definitely big ups to the BCP for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate y'all for having my guy on here, man. And I agree with you, Breed, on both ends. Like I said, if worst kind of worse, you got a solid backup. If he ain't good enough to start. But Daryl, go ahead, man. Give your take. You heard both of ours. We come from sort of different perspectives, sort of. But where do you need that, bro?
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's very surprised. Nobody didn't see this coming. Me personally, y'all agree with both of you. Well, I agree, both with stuff that you saying on. But the thing is, though, I like what Big Egg was talking about yesterday too, man. Like you said, I said the same thing. It's a different competition, man. You know what I'm saying? From what you playing in Canada, you know what I'm saying? You're going against guys, plus it's a different in the Canadian league, it's the rules is a little different. Some of different style how it is in the National Football League. Not saying that this is like an opportunity to show, can he play in this league in the NFL level? What you did, that's fine. Over in the Canada league, that's all good. But also too, now you in this NFL, now you gotta get OTAs, mini camps, training camps, all that, preseason, all that. You're gonna be going against guys, not just like Aiden Hutchinson in practice and James Houston is those guys. Remember, in the preseason, you got joint practices. You're gonna be going against day one starters, second stringers, third string. You're gonna be going against those guys. Let's see, can you able to handle that type of level? Not saying that he can't, but we need to see it. You know, for a guy, he's 6'8", real big guy. It's nice, but
Yeah.
can he handle the rush, the patch? You could put him, you know, in the. I could more like, can you put him in a guard spot more than a tackle? Because at least if you put him in a guard spot, you may have opportunity versus you put him in the tackle spot. Like I said, it could be in situations, you know, it add depth to it. But I need to see more, because you coming from a different, you know, saying different type of level of football, coming here to the National Football League. Just like in the NBA, you get international players coming all over. They played that style of game, and you know what I'm saying, in their international level, you got to come to the NBA playing in it and just to the NBA level. So it's gonna take some time, you know what I'm saying, for him to adjust to the NFL level. Do I believe he can? Was the reign to be seen? You know, I looked at the film, and you know, yes, that's fine and dandy, but at the same time, I need to see him. Can he do this? Matter of fact, when they have training camp, will we be at Allen? We're all three of us gonna be down in Allen Park when that happens, as long as it's free, okay? But we going down there. We want to see him. He's gonna be one of the guys I want to see. Absolutely. Can he stay healthy? Because he's durable. So I absolutely will definitely see. It remains to be seen. You know, I don't really have a major issue with the, you know, with the pick, but it's kind of like I have to see it. I have to see, you know, is it worth this 4th round pick, or even if you lose, you know what I'm saying, if it ain't worth it, it's just a 4th round pick. You know, it's a high risk, low, you know, it's the reward thing.
Yeah.
Reward, or it's a risk thing. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
go ahead.
and I want to add to this, like at the big he's 350. Do y'all think, and this could be a question to both of y'all, do y'all want him to lose weight? And if you do, how much weight do y'all want him to lose?
I'm gonna answer that. I'm gonna answer this. I'm gonna answer this number before that. I'm not gonna necessarily say need to lose weight. I just need to see can he stay healthy? Is he durable? Can he you know, saying to sustain, you know, saying the NFL level? I mean, you know, we seen big offensive linemen, defensive tackles, and defensive line. We see those, and they, you know, saying they're doable as long as they stay durability and they stay healthy. I just really need to see, can he stay healthy? Can he play in this NFL level? That's my biggest thing.
My
Go ahead, no.
to answer Breeze Cash's question, I'll simply refer him to Gary Williams, current tackle for Denver Broncos, 2017 pick. I think he was 370 pounds. He got drafted, or 360. Got paid pretty big, I think, this past off season. So I don't think it really. It's about. I think because we hear the weight, we assume they look like me. Like I said, you could be 350 pounds but built like a muscular ox. That don't mean, you know, and you can probably move. If you know how to control that weight, move that. He's a rugby player too. It's about if you know how to play with that. You know, I'm more concerned. Like if let's say he was 6'9", that would concern me a little bit more, because that tall, that height, that linkiness. But he's 6'8", and he seemed like he got decent control of his bike. But again, it's just when he's doing drills. So we have to see him in, like you said, the pad zone, NFL. Like I said, we got ultimately 2-3 years to determine if he go be that future starter or just a backup or not in the league at all. So, you know, like I said, it's high risk, low reward. But I think the weight thing, he'll naturally come down anyway, because a lot of these linemen, they go on little regiments, they work out, they drop back a pounds or more. I think he'll be as far as that goes. So, yeah, man, glad we got to all meet in the middle. Like I said, I agree with both of y'all. My point was just to see it on both sides of that paper. we would end up trading out. Daryl did, was it the Philadelphia Eagles we ended up trading with for 132? If my memory serves me right.
Yes,
Yes, it was
absolutely.
Philly. And I think we traded up a future fourth rounder with Shaw and a sixth and seventh round as well. So we get 132 and we take shout out to Avery Giovanni Spirit Detroit podcast. So he made a specific video down there, putting it into spirit that we were going to take Sion Vaki from Utah. A little bit of an older player I found out coming out. He missed his last couple years of high school, according to our guy from Culture D. Very interesting pick because he can play multiple positions. On paper, it says safety and running back. It was drafted as a safety. A lot of people felt he could be a running back. Even King said he heard rumors of him being able to catch the football like as a receiver. So what I basically say, he's just an all-purpose type of player down there because he's going to be out there blocking too when he gets snapped. So
I need to go ahead and finish no, and I'm gonna go ahead and finish no, and I'm gonna start off with this one.
Oh yeah, for sure. I just think he could be. Oh well, I'll just say this much. Daryl, you go ahead first, and I'll get to my point after y'all both go. So you go ahead.
This pick right here. I love this pick. This is actually one of the best. I mean, all the picks that I love with Brad Holmes. This is really, to me, my personal is the best one. And the reason why I say, because now you get a guy, like I brought this up on the English Sports Network yesterday. I'm not comparing him to a Michigan guy. I'm not comparing him at all. I'm not comparing him. He kind of is like the versatility wise, like how Jabril Pepper was in Michigan. Played the running back position and the defense, saying the safety position. All I'm saying is Jabril Peppers, if you look at it, was a little more better than Vaki was, but at the same time, I'm saying this because having him, you could definitely put him on special teams. You could put him on a kick returner, punt returner. You could definitely, saying that, but definitely you could be on special teams. That's all for real. If you want to put him on offense, you could put him in, Ben Johnson, you can put him in a package situation. Like, say, for instance, you got Gibbs out there and Vaki out there. Say if you need somebody to get a first down or something, even just throwing the flag. Now you get the defense. Now they're going to try to say they key in on Gibbs. You got Vaki out there. So now the defense is going to be like, okay, let's key in on Gibbs. Okay, we get the ball out to Vaki. Vaki go ahead, he got the speed, got the quickness. He can get the first downs. Seeing to move the chains. Ben Johnson could download plays. And then on the defensive side, you could put him on Vaki on a nickel package. You could put him in a certain package that, Aaron Glenn is gonna put him in. He moves on, he's versatile, he's gonna make plays, he could be out there with the guys with Brian Branch and other guys out there. He's you can put him in situations. In certain situations, you can put him, like you say, in offense again. You can put him in a wildcat formation. Put him in some special formations. I think Vaki is a great pick for this team. I love this pick, and for him, I think that they got something special planned for this guy. As long as he can stay healthy, I think he's going to be all right. He's going to be fine. I love this pick. This is one of my favorite pick out of all these guys. This is actually my favorite, and I believe they could put him in some situation. But definitely, you'll probably see him more on the special teams. Let's definitely look and see. He'd be on the kick returner and punt returner and stuff. So I really love it.
Hey, all right, that's real appreciated. My brother from another mother. What you got on this, bro?
Yeah, I'm with Durrell on this, man. I do like this pick. I think this is a guy that can pretty much play multiple positions. I think and he's gonna challenge for that running backs, that pretty much that running back spot with Craig Reynolds. I think he's gonna compete with that. I think he's kind of like he's more
me like a versatile Khalif Raymond to me. That's how he kind of looks to me. Like you know, a versatile. He can play pretty positions, so he can be a fill-in spot for somebody that gets hurt, or you know, he could be a running back in case you know Montgomery or Gibbs comes out. You can have him in there, so you can have him special team. You can pretty much have this guy anywhere, man. So I think this is a good pick. This is a smart pick. Probably definitely one of the best picks they had. We just got to see how he plays, how he deals with NFL speed. There's a lot of speed out there, so just because this guy could be speedy, just they like his other speed guys out there. So it's just gonna be interesting to see how he plays with NFL speed as well. And but I do like this guy. I do. Right. He's definitely a versatile, a guy who can damn near play all positions damn near. But I'm eager to see how he plays. Definitely in the preseason. Definitely because that's when we really gonna see his talents is in the preseason. So.
All right. So before I go out, I gotta say shout out to my guy who I mentioned earlier in the stream. Mr. Owens, his team has showed up. Mr. Owens, let's go. Let's go. All right. Also,
hey, hold on too. Listen, hold on too before I let you spill here. Listen, Owen, you're our guy and everything. Quit putting them that 15-0, okay? That 15-0 shit is over with. Quit putting that shit up, okay? Listen, when y'all start your new season, you're not gonna be talking about this 15-0 stuff again, okay? You're not about to be talking this national championship stuff again, okay? Enjoy your national championship. Enjoy it. It won't last. It's gonna be a new champion coming. It's gonna be coming through next year. So stop with this 15-0 stuff, okay?
And I'm gonna say something that Durrell ain't gonna say, but I'm gonna say it. God damn it, you cheated your way into a championship. We gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. He don't want to say it, but I'm saying it because I ain't got no damn filters, and I'm gonna say what I want.
And I'm being nice with it. And I'm being nice with it.
You cheating bastards.
Yeah, you get these cupcakes.
That's why your punk ass coach left. Because he saw the writing on the wall, you cheating bastards.
Cupcake schedules, man. Y'all schedule the way to a national championship. Stop it. But anyway, go ahead now.
Okay, so now we get that out the way. Oh boy, y'all. Anyway, also, if you are watching us,
somebody got a speeding ticket. I think that's Denard Robinson.
If you're not disgusted with us or anything by that measure, hey, I don't care if you're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, drop a follow, hit the subscribe button for our channels, man. We are trying to get this thing in the algorithm, man. We back. We gonna be trying to put out these shows and videos and stuff like that more consistently. But like I said, the draft really fueled a lot of us to come back now because we work and stuff like that. So we already been working on trying to get back to y'all, man. So if you like anything we have to say so far, man, hit that subscription, man. Hit that follow if you're on Facebook. If you're on Twitter, hit the follow. And you know what I'm saying, we'll do our best to get back with y'all. You know what I'm saying? And we appreciate y'all for showing up as well and sticking with us so far, man. It's a little over an hour. We got a little bit of ways to go, but as far as my take on the pick, listen, people are getting the most necessary reasons why this pick is so good. You got 3, then at 4 positions that get hurt really badly every year for the last few years. That's your running back room, your offensive line room, your secondary, and every now and then you might lose somebody at the linebacker here and there. But other than that, use those 3 spots, you lose a lot of depth. So you get the opportunity because we might only have 2 quarterbacks on the roster this time too. You got to be mindful of that. So you might be at to have 4 running backs because let's say that they're playing this to keep 4 running backs in the room. You at times last year you had a game where you didn't have neither one of them. Your top 2 stars. It was just Craig Reynolds, and then you tried to use some no-name guy. So from that point, because the guy can run the ball and play safety almost as good as he can do the other thing. But it's just that it's about what the Lions want to settle him for. So you ask me, not only is it a good depth move for both sides of the ball, you're talking about somebody like, notice the Lions don't often do the trick plays that they was doing on 4th down when they were in tight spot. Like they did some, but they were more run style plays. Like they used to give that ball to C.J. Moore all the time. Not saying they drafted him to replace C.J. Moore, but now you have the option because he can't catch. Yeah, he can run the ball, and he's smart. He uses his eyes as a safety. He's real smart at watching what the quarterback do and not getting tipped off. So it's not like he's a bad safety at all. It's just that, you know, he has some decent vision in versus speed. So he could be a big weapon on both sides of the ball plus special teams. And I think that's what people have to understand. You know what I'm saying? People want the receiver and stuff like that, but the strength of this team is running the football. So at the end of the day, that's where you want your depth at the line and that running back room. You know what I'm saying? You want somebody that come out there and change up different. You don't know if he come out there. You don't know what could be happening. It could be a wildcat, it could be a trick play where he's throwing the ball. It's so many different things that you can do with this guy now. You know what I'm saying? Lions do a lot of trick plays and flea flickers and jet sweeps. He could probably help you in that department. And then, you know what I'm saying, you can set up so many different things. So having him there for special teams, maybe they'll get him into doing returns for kick returns. They have been testing different guys off of that. I know Khalif Raymond does a lot of putts, but they've been trying to find somebody that can hold down the kick return position as well. That's another thing people got to be mindful for. Him and one of our future UDFAs we might talk about as well, I think might challenge for that spot because no Lions bid for that return and that special teams. That's what's going to make him a big-time player on his roster is that special teams. Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes stress special teams. So that's a big weapon to have when you can have an offensive line that can beat you down, a defense that can sustain you, and then you still got to deal with the Lions on special teams because they have some trickery and they might want to take as much control of the time of the game. You darn right to make this pick. And he fits the culture. Guys are missing no nonsense, so you gotta take the dog, man. The dude's a dog, bro. And I think, in due time, I ain't saying he about to come out and be some Pro Bowl safety or running back, but I'm just saying he's going to be a gadget for you. Same way how you use Jamal Agnew, who was a defensive back, a nickel back, he was more helpful for you on offense, and he was good at returns. So I'm just saying, like, having those type of players, like the Patriots back in the day was always known for guys like him. And I love that the Lions had this in their mindset. He fits Dan Campbell's personality perfectly because of the way he can play multiple positions like that. And I'm glad that he was able to salvage one of those fits. But yeah, man, I think people gave this pick a hard time too. But y'all gotta understand, when you got talents like this, you gotta take the dice and roll with them and go get them, bro. You gotta be aggressive. And that's what we ask them to do. How we do it, you can't kind of get cold feet and then want to go the other way now. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all the same crowd that was complaining about field goal kicks. Okay, so let's be real here. Do everything you can to not rely on the field goal. You know what I'm saying? And I think this pick can be worth it. Now, want to get into the final 2 picks, and we just kind of go clean these together. What I found out, we drafted LSU defensive lineman Wingu. Listen, the dude, I'm not. Him. And
hold on. No.
Yo.
We'll let Bree start. Off with this one.
Who?
We'll let Bree start off with this one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You go ahead with this one, Bree.
As far as Wingo, I do like this pick. Another depth pick for this team. I think he's gonna learn from Reeder and Aleem McNeil and stuff. Kind of somewhat similar to them. So he's basically a guy who's pretty much gonna learn. We don't know We don't know if he's going to stay on the team because sometimes with 6th-round picks or 5th or 6th-round picks or 7th-round picks, a lot of them don't stay on the team. They be on the practice squad and stuff. So we don't know if he's going to be on the team. Now, if he does, he's going to – they have a lot of depth. But then we got to remember Broderick Martin still's on this team too. So everybody's going to be fighting for a position, including this guy. Personally, I don't see this guy really getting that much playing time. He's probably going to get more in the preseason, or he's just going to be on the practice squad, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's just how I look at it. Because of the depth we do have in defensive end, defensive tackle. So I just don't see him, getting too much playing time. Or might not even be on the team, man. That's just how I look at it.
With this pick, this kind of one of my, actually to me, the least favorite to me. The reason why I say this because I watched a couple of LSU games. Tremendous, he's pretty good and all, but my biggest question with him is his durability. Can he stay healthy? He's been nicked up with injuries. He was nicked up with injuries and stuff. So that's really like my biggest question. He's not like the size. He's not the best, he's not really as big as much, but he's pretty quick. Not as quick as you want him to be, but my biggest thing is, can he stay healthy this year? Can he stay healthy in his career? Like I said, his college career, he's healthy, he plays very well, he's a good solid player, but I just think that his durability, his health is the biggest concern for me. So I don't, like I said, it's the least favorite, but I'm not mad at it. So like I said, to add depth to it, but like I said, bro, you're right, he's not going to have a lot of playing time, probably be on the practice squad, or more likely, like you say, because what we got as defensive tackle, we added DJ Reader now on this team. Saying on top of that, you got Lee McNeil and those other guys. You got the edge rushers
Davenport too.
Davenport and those guys. So he can learn for those guys. You got Broderick Martin. This is the time Broderick Martin can step up, saying to show, can he be on this team still? So that's another thing too. So Wingo, like I said, is the least favorite pick out of the Brad Holmes. But like I said, I'm not mad at it, but my biggest concern is his durability. So I'm just gonna say that. So
I think also too, what he's gonna do, he's gonna fight for that last spot with Levi. He's gonna fight for that last spot for Levi. But I don't see him beating out Levi or Broderick Martin or none of them guys. I think he's probably going to be in the outside looking in, but unless he shows us something in the preseason that, hey, he wants to be here. Unless he has some sacks or shows some, like Daryl was saying, durability and staying healthy and just wanting to, and just being physical. If he can do that, he can stay on this team. But, but then you got to play like Levi, like you got Levi, you got Lee McNeil, you got Broderick Martin, you got all these guys that he's going to fight for. But in competition, this could be good for everybody because they can fight for each position. So competition is a good thing when it comes to when you have depth. That makes your team better. When you got crazy depth in certain positions, that makes the team even better. And it makes a decision for a coach. Like it's the decision a coach like it loves to make, but hate to make at the same time. Because you love to have depth, but at the same time, you hate to get rid of guys who are good. And you like, man, I don't want to get rid of this guy, but I got to do something. So those one of them things that coaches love, that they love to make decisions like that. But he has to work hard in the preseason to get this job. He has to show out more than Levi and Brock Martin for him to get this job, but we'll see. Anything is possible.
All right,
Absolutely.
so again, if y'all watching us, man, y'all just coming in, we reviewing the NFL draft. We talked about our earlier experiences, man. Y'all, we are the D313XP. That's Breed, and that's Daryl. That's our boy Owen in the chat. Man, like and comment and subscribe. Like the content on all our platforms, bro. I will try to have a link tree once this live goes up in the chat, so y'all can go and follow our socials, man. And man, appreciate y'all for being here and taking y'all time out on this Monday to be here. But my thing with the pick, I agreed a lot with Breed on what he's saying. The thing is, when I look at his film, the talent's there. People talk about the undersized thing. I don't think that's the biggest issue with him for me. I just think what it is, I can't see him out beating one of the guys that's already there. But at the very least, you know, regardless if you think he's that good, because I've seen him muscle some big guys bigger than him. That's, you know, going to the NFL, so it's a little bit different, you know, coming out of college. But the way it's working, I've seen him. He puts some guys on his butt. My thing is to him is, all I need to know is if he doesn't make the roster, can he at least make the practice squad? Because that's very vital for the Lions too. If we can make our practice squad and we can get some injuries, I'd rather have him come in than some street merchant that you got to hope to pray. Somebody that I've been working with for all season and been watching his tape, and I know what I can possibly get out of him based off what we're seeing versus have to go get a street merchant. So at the very least, it's a body move where it's like, yo, I got a man down who's up. You know what I'm saying? Who can I bring up to the roster? So, no, as far as that goes. So, and like I said, I'm fine with the move, you know. And I think, too, another detail y'all might not know, I think the Lions wanted Arden Key, the other D lineman that I think that was playing with the Niners at one point, and I think he went with, I don't know if it was Jacksonville who he got signed with this offseason, but I think they was hoping they could get him, but I think they missed out on him. So that might be another reason why they made this pick too, because they was trying to probably get, like you said, some competition for Levi, who has been dealing with the injury, and he has to show up, or somebody could be waiting to take his job, and that could be waiting. But other than that, I think you're right. This could be where he may not make the cuts, but he could make the practice. And at the very least, you at least got somebody there that could be a help reserve guy. So, hey, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's a pick to go get down on the luck about, but I just think it's a necessary move and understandable move more than anything. And, you know, with that being said, say something? Oh, okay.
No, go ahead, no.
Oh, no, I thought y'all was cutting me off. No, this was good. I was about to just switch to the last guy because this next pick, the final pick, number 210, a lot of people had this guy as one of their favorite picks. And we would take Christian Mahogany from Boston College. I'm going to go ahead and let Daryl start off with
this. Let's see. All right. So with this Christian, you know, Mahogany, like this is one of those add depth to this roster as well. To shore this offensive line. You know, especially with Decker. Oh yeah, we gotta hold on right quick. Yeah, we gotta get a shout out to our guy, another Dynasty Sports Network guy, Cass Wise, man. Shout out to Cass is in showing love to D313XP, man. Gotta show love to Cass. He was down there in the building, it's down there at the draft for the whole weekend, man. Shout out to Cass, man. That's the man with the Detroit Lions belt as well, man.
Man, that man, if I had that belt on me, I probably could have got every woman I wanted that day. Yes, sir. Anyway,
you would have had every woman with some cheeses.
Hey, listen, if I had that belt, I would be throwing up the ones like I'm part of the bloodline. Straight up.
Oh, you must have seen my picture then, because I call it tribal gnome. You need to go check it out.
Oh man. But
shout out to Cass, man. Our guy Cass, man. So man, he He showed out, show love, man. You know, everybody was, you know, hey, take a picture with the bell. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, they was coming to him and Big Willie Styles.
And I gotta say this too about with Cass, man. What's the secret with that beard, man? We need to know. That beard on. Hey, I'm just saying.
Hey, that's I think that's the almost the James Hardhead version.
Oh, well, hey, listen, you said that. I mean,
man, nobody want to hear about the Clippers.
Here you go.
Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Hey. Here you go. Hey. Here you go. Hey. But yeah, man.
You sound like somebody I know, but I ain't gonna say his name.
Oh man, we get that to another show, but you know.
know who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But yeah, man, listen, man. Like I said, Adam Mahogany, man, that's just another depth to our roster. Just oh my goodness.
You ain't right for that. You ain't right. That could be true, but you ain't right for that. Those juices can be very powerful. We're gonna say it's the juices and berries.
Yep.
Oh
man, I'm just gonna make this quick, man. Like you said, this is one of those you know, to add depth to this roster, man. So I mean, like I said, it's not a bad pick at all. I didn't really see any Boston College games, so like that. So, but hey, you know, it's it. This is one of those guys that he has to earn this spot as well. You know, as he can learn from the veterans of Sewell and you know Decker and those guys. So, like I said, you know, he got to show out in the training camp and the preseason and all that. So, can he earn this spot to this team? So, I'm just keeping it short and simple. So, that's how I'm gonna say about it.
Well, to give a little notion to this guy, man, he did his thing in Boston College. He was a 2-time captain for them and everything. You know, he was probably best lineman at Boston College. But like I said, I don't really see him being on the team much either, man. I just don't see it. I think at best he's just going to be a filler. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's another guy he just has to show out during the preseason. But yeah, he was good at college. I was looking at some Boston College games. Like I said, he's 2-time captain for them. He's had one of the best linemen in ACC. So it has to respect, but I don't see him staying on this team, unfortunately, because of the guards. I mean, it's just he just gonna have to wait his turn, or he might just be somewhere else, you know, or maybe in the UFL. Nothing wrong with that, but that's just how I see it.
All right. I feel y'all. All right, so here's the thing with him, man. The film, like I said, I ain't gonna say the film lies. It don't. The thing what I like about him is he fits what this line does play. He's a bulldozing run blocking force that you could probably put on either side of guard. Another high intellect guy, you going to Boston College, so you know, got some intelligence there. I don't care how small the school is. If you got the talent and you got the dog in you, it makes such a difference. Not saying he about to come in and start and be a Pro Bowler just because he's talented, because it was the same scenario last year with Kobe Sorsdal out of William Mary. And I think he would have to probably fight Kobe Sorsdal for that position to be on that final slot. I do agree with you where he may end up on the practice squad, which again, I think that's an undercover blessing in disguise, because it allows him to watch and learn, practice, and work on his craft. Because although he's a solid pass protector too, and he didn't give up sacks, it's not, to me, it's more than just giving us sacks as a pass protector. It's like the consistency, the footwork. So he does need to work on some of his tangibles as a pass blocker, but he's a solid pass blocker, more than too good. It makes me wonder how he got that low. And actually, he should have at least been a 4th round pick. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that's how the draft falls. But I think he could push to at least be on the roster. If not this year, he can at least push by next year. If he, I ain't gonna say starter, but he's gonna have to outbeat some guys. So, or maybe he might be good enough to be Sorsdal, at least for the backup position. We never know because, like you said, you got Glasgow down for 3 years. Zeter might be the starter this year until he gets hurt, and that's where either him or Sorsdal, whoever, gonna have to make their market push for that primary backup guard role to be in that position to be that starter in the future. So it's good competition. It's good competition you want to have for both Wingo and him. It's a good problem to have because you still got Kyoto. I know Kyoto was like, who the hell is that when we seen him a couple years ago? But Kyoto got a little bit better 2 to 3 years. So it's a good problem having guard. We had so many injuries at that position for the last 3 years alone, which is why I was okay with the tackle pick because I didn't want us to only focus on the guard. I want us to have some depth too at that tackle position. Worst come to worst. And I think that's where we got to get Brad Holmes his flowers at because he hit specified areas in this draft where you like the draft as a whole or you had some question marks on some players. You got to respect the fact that he went after every position that constantly can't get hurt and put a player or two in that position to fight for depth reasons. And at the end of the day, that's all you can ask for. They all talented players. They are quite sure they're nice guys and all that stuff. But to be on the real, Reed is right. They both may not make the roster. But at the very least, it's a good problem to have for competition because now they get to do. And then even if they don't make the roster, it's not the end of the world because they said it's always a practice squad. And 2, another thing they got to be helpful with special teams. That's another big deal. Like I said about Sian Vaki, special teams is going to be another place they're going to be looking at. And okay, camera. Okay, I thought you was putting up money signs like this. You know what I'm saying? I got that. But anyway, okay, The Rock. But yeah, man, I think this is another solid pickup. I'm not about to come out and say he's a starter this year. Okay, hold your horses. But the talent's there. So, like I said, man, we about to transition. I'm gonna start off.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this right quick. Well, Cass just put up this statement right here. Man, and Christian hits the practice squad, they would be gone quick. Which that is a true statement. That is a true statement. So this is the opportunity, like you said. Hopefully, like you said, when they had training camp again, when they, for the public, best to believe if it's free, we definitely gonna be down there. We definitely gonna be, doing our homework to see with these guys, these later round picks, see the opportunity can they make this team. So, but yeah, like I said, the picks, I'm absolutely, I'm fine with it. So, like I said, we wishing these guys the best, we like I said, we like to say welcome to Detroit, to this Lions organization. So definitely, man, it's going to be very exciting to see these guys, these rookies out here to show they could belong on this team. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and transition over right quick. You talk about the draft grades. What was your overall draft grades? And I want to start off with this with Bree. Bree, what is your overall draft grade for the Detroit Lions?
I'm gonna say somewhere. I'm gonna say a B minus. I'm gonna say somewhere around there. That would be my grade. B minus.
Okay, B minus. Okay. So what was your reason for you believe it's B between B and B minus?
Probably just for the last couple picks. I thought the first, couple was good. It's just the last few that kind of just made it, it was just a couple picks. I think was just throw in fillers. So it's just, I wish it could have been more things that we needed, so to speak. But that's just my thing. It's just the B minus. Could have been an A minus, but I would just say just more just B minus.
Okay. Nomis, what is your draft grades?
Well, because my grade is going to be between like a high C. God.
Hey, no, we don't want you in the camera like you man beast, brother.
Uh-huh.
Or Dante.
All right. So my grade for the Lions draft is, and I know I'm about to start an uproar when I say this, but it's going to be between C plus B minus. Here's why. Because what I am doing is taking all the hype out of it, and I'm studying the situation as a whole to the off season. How does this draft fit with your free agency as well? You know, say if you just hype off the draft itself, and you want, I can easily give it a B plus, A plus. You know what I'm saying? It was shout out to Dale for Culture Detroit. He also stated that because we had 2 third-round picks this draft. One of them we traded earlier in the offseason to get Carlton Davis, to help get Carlton Davis. So you basically spent 3 straight rounds of adding CB depth, which is cool, but it's like you still got question marks about the D-line. Yeah, I do think Davenport is better than Charles Harris. Cool. DJ Reader is coming off injury. We still haven't seen enough out of Levi, Pascal, Roderick Martin. So there's questions there. And you didn't really draft anybody in the top 3 rounds. They could have came in and said, okay, maybe this guy can do it. So, and then a lot of people are concerned, not as much as I am, because technically, say what you want about Josh Reynolds. He was what you can get out of it. And you lost him at receiver. Now, DPJ got to kind of show us something when we don't go get out of the ring. So it's really just back to the St. Brown, JMO, who we still trying to see him get connection with. And now you still got Khalif Raymond who go be on double duties because he's still the punt return. So you would have liked to see him at least got a 3rd round or 4th round at the receiver or somebody that could possibly come in and develop. But I get why Cass kind of sort of hit to why I sort of agree with that too, because we're still trying to get the chemistry right with him and Jamie too. So and I think DPJ can be serviceable at the very least. So hopefully, fingers crossed that can work out. And like I said, man, you just want to make, and I still personally wanted the linebacker. I hate the Eagles. I hate them so much, bro. Don't you ever wear an Eagles jersey around me every game. You took my damn linebacker. I just kicked him in the shit. I wanted Trotter so bad, bro. I was daydreaming about having Trotter on this defense. Y'all took him right from my damn nose.
Pause, Nose. Pause.
No Diddy, brother.
No Diddy, brother. You went too far, brother.
Don't daydream, brother. Don't daydream, please.
That didn't come out right.
You know what I meant?
No mocks. Don't
do that now. Don't do that now.
Yeah. And that's why I kind of give it a C. Like I felt that we did. It's one thing to be aggressive, and I know we got some guys who really like. But it's like I kind of, me, I'm a guy of balance. I need that as other areas. I don't want other areas to be forgotten. So we gotta hope and pray that Davenport work out, be serviceable enough to help us. Hope Houston stay healthy now. Who I know can be that dude because he got the moves, man. Houston got that talent, bro. So it's just a lot of hope for it, and we need more assurance. And that's kind of why I give this draft like a C plus B. But outside of that, if you just judge it based on the talent that we did get, I can give it an A all day. But to me, I got to settle myself and say, till further notice, understanding what this draft was about, it's between C plus and B minus. How you can go as far as the standard B. So that's about where I'm at.
Nomus.
Yep.
I got to get back to the part you was talking about as far as the receiver part. People keep forgetting that we drafted Antoine Green last year.
Yeah. I was just about to say that.
I mentioned that.
You kind of didn't. You kind of didn't in a way. But I'm going to mention it. Listen. Josh Reynolds went for a little more money. Okay?
Yeah, I know.
That's why he signed with the Broncos. It was a little bit more money than what they would offer.
I figure that. I know that.
Yep. So, if you really think about it too, somebody say don't be dangerous.
go. Here we go.
Shorty, you a fool for that. You a fool. You are a fool.
Fool, bro. Listen. We drafted Antoine Green last year. I know he was a late round and stuff. This is the opportunity for Antoine Green to show could he still be on this team. Okay. Antoine Green, he has the size. Yeah. Now the question is, can he show it out there in training camp again? Can he show he can still be on this team? Because like you said, Josh Reynolds he could have been here. He could have took less money to be here. Yeah, but he ended up went for a little more money to go to the Broncos. Okay, I ain't mad at you about that. Yeah. Like what Cass was saying yesterday, too. This is the opportunity for J-Mo to show what he got this year. Yeah. Show what he got. Antoine Green and stay healthy and stay healthy. Because the thing is, yes, you got Khalif Raymond on the team, but Khalif Raymond is more of he's more of a gadget type of receiver. He's more of that. I need Antoine Green to be the guy that also to step up this year as well. It showed he could be that fourth receiver they can count on. That can help this team. But I had to get that. I had to let you know how to get that part out the way.
Well, and here's and not only and to just bounce in what you just said, Daryl, too. Not only just Antoine Green, but Donovan Peoples-Jones too.
Donovan Peoples.
He could be the one that could take that Josh Reynolds spot.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But no, you didn't mention Antoine Green really, so I had to mention that.
I did mention Antoine Green.
You didn't mention Peoples-Jones though, but
I didn't mention Peoples-Jones. I didn't mention Peoples-Jones. I didn't mention. You didn't say Antoine Green, but we ain't going.
But then again, he's a Michigan receiver, so it's easier to forget those guys. But
I mentioned both players. I said he literally has to build chemistry with DPJ. That's why I said DPJ. That's why I mentioned Don Peoples-Jones. No. I said, and I know we got Green too. And I said, and we got Isaiah Williams as we undrafted as well. Him and the center that we undrafted. One, I believe Isaiah was a wide receiver.
And those guys again. They got to show can they make this team as well. Yeah. So Antoine Green, like you said, I like to see a little bit more out of him. I know he didn't show much last year, but I need to see a little bit more out of him. Can he be that third? Can he battle with DPJ for that third wide receiver spot or fourth? Would you be the fourth wide receiver that can count on this team? Can he be that guy? That's what I'm saying. So I'll just have to address that. Far as my draft grades, Nomis, I think you're being a little bit too harsh. Man. Listen, I understand where you're coming from. I think you're being a little bit too harsh. I mean, but it's typical Nomis. I mean, what do you expect? But it's typical Nomis. Yeah, he didn't have much cheeses in Modelo's breed. Yeah, I understand.
Y'all see the manipulation they trying to put on y'all?
Yeah.
I just came up here and said I like every pick in this draft, and I gave the whole reason. Now he said, "Oh, you being too harsh."
You're being a little too harsh on your grade, but it's typical. No. But anyway, draft grade. For me, I'm gonna give it between. And just put it in the chat. I'm gonna give it between A- B+. And the reason why I say that is because, especially these first two picks, what Brad Holmes did, he needed to address that corner position. Yeah, that DB position, he definitely needed to address it. And the one over the top for me was really the Vaki one. The Vaki one, that was a really one to me because a guy is very versatile that could play both sides of the ball. And like I said, you could put him in different type of packages, put him in special teams, how it is. I think Brad Holmes did a good job of addressing what needs to be addressed. Um, some people could question, like I said, the Wingo was to me was the least decent one because of its durability. But again, like I said, it remains to be seen. Like you said, you getting mahogany and yeah, you know, one man's for British Columbia. What I'm saying, it's more those guys adding depth on this team. So, but like I said, Browns did a good job. He's addressed he addressing what needs to be done just to have depth on this team. And like I said, they need to go ahead and go draft a wide receiver. And I understand some people say, well, you just go and get another wide receiver. But like you said, we just got one last year. We drafted Antoine Green. We still got St. Brown and and J-Mo. This is a big year for J-Mo. This is a contract year for J-Mo. J-Mo has to show up this year. He has to show up. He has to show he's the number two guy. He's the go-to. He's the number two guy receiver on this team. So I don't have like I said, I don't have a problem with Brad Holmes did. What I'm saying? He addressed what needs to be addressed. And let's go ahead. Let's take it out on the field. Let's go ahead. Let's continue to get guys healthy. So we are one of the top teams in the NFC, let alone in the NFL. Let's go out there, prove it out there on the field, and win some ball games. That's what I would say. I'm gonna go with A- to B+. Curious to know what are your thoughts on the Bears draft. These Caleb has. I'm gonna answer this question right quick. The Bears drafted pretty well. Everybody's not saying they give it an A+. This is that. Me personally, I'm gonna give them a B. I'm gonna give them a B+ on this. I mean, like you said, Caleb Williams, of course, that was obviously the obvious pick. But again, at the same time, that he got to go out there now. He's showing in the NFL level. Can he, saying that he, like I said, the question is it's the Bears. They, still kind of look questionable in the, saying far as the offensive line. Like I said, they did this service with Justin Fields. To me personally, didn't put in the offensive line in, to protect him. And I wish Caleb Williams the best. Hope the Bears did address it, but I wish him the best with other teams, except for this team, the Lions, and the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm telling you, I wish him the best for everybody else, but he's going to be running to us twice a year. He's going to run into Green Bay twice a year. He's going to run into Minnesota twice a year. He's going to run into some good teams. So, Caleb Williams, good luck to you, Chicago. When you come into Detroit, or we coming to your field, this ain't hi, this ain't how you doing, nice to meet you and all that. We're gonna knock your ass to the ground, we're gonna bite your kneecaps, we're gonna do whatever it takes to bury you alive. We're not going to have this conversation. Yeah, oh yeah, seen that coming. I mean, that was expected. Yeah, obviously expected, but Bears, we'll see. And then you got a running back, that can't stay healthy worth for nothing. DeAndre Swift. Love DeAndre Swift. He can't stay healthy. So, Bears, I'm just saying, the best of luck to you. But when you play the Lions or you play the Philadelphia Eagles, you're going to have a problem.
All right, I want to shout out to Maniac Sports. That's Maniac Tim.
Maniac Tim, what up?
Welcome to the show. Glad you could make it. We almost out of here.
Yes, sir.
So, guys, man, y'all want to get into final thoughts real quick?
What? No. Let me hit to what Durham was talking about the Bears. Let me hit to this real quick.
Okay.
I like their picks. I like Caleb, but then I also the one pick I it's a couple other picks I do like. First off, getting Rome, that was a big pick right there. I didn't know they was gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
I like his game. Very, very, very nice, humble young man too. Very cool.
Yeah.
So I like their picks, man. I do. But I think it's just all about you can just see how the Bears is really they trying to get better. You know, you're getting, Keenan Allen and DJ Moore. We'll see how that goes with them. Like Durham was saying, they got Swift, but then if you ain't got Swift, they got Herbert. So but I think the biggest thing for them, man, they have to work on their offensive line. They need to work on their offensive line quick, fast, and in a hurry. Because if they don't, Caleb Williams gonna get killed. He gonna be running for his life like Fields was.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all about that, and then they got to get more pass rush in. A lot of their pass rushers didn't stay healthy. Dexter, a couple other guys, they just didn't stay healthy. And then Jalen Johnson, good contract, but he gives up a lot of big plays, especially against the Lions. So even though we love that, but it is what it is. But they're better. They're a lot better.
And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna lead. I know we got a Bears fan here on our chat right now, and I'm gonna say this: the only team in our division that will have a competition with us. No disrespect, Bears fans. It's the Green Bay Packers. That's the only team in our division that's gonna have competition at this moment. Unless the Packers self-destruct, I don't see Minnesota doing anything like that. They somewhere in a reload, whatever you want to call it. I don't see Minnesota. But the Bears, they'll be there, but me personally, at the moment, I don't see them being a threat to our division. I don't at the moment. I could be wrong, but I just don't see it right now. Either this is the Lions division upcoming for a long time until otherwise. Green Bay at the moment is our biggest competition in our division. Plain and simple. So, but yeah, nothing more than Bears talk.
Problems too, but
nothing more than this Bears talk.
No, I had one thing I wanted to say since y'all all spoke. My only question is, we can talk about the O-line, we can talk about the D-line, this, that, and the third. My only question for the Bears is, I don't think they lack talent. My thing is, what is y'all identity, especially on the offensive side of the ball? Y'all added a lot of receiver help. But it's like, you got a rookie quarterback. I mean, are you expecting him? Not saying this to be funny, but are y'all really expecting him to come in and be like the next Mahomes? You really think where he can just come and take y'all to the playoffs off the rip and further, or is it? Because I look at sometimes less is more. How they say, you know what I'm saying? Just because you don't have a lot of big name players, that don't mean you can't put up 30 a game. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the identity of the Bears? Because at least back in the day when they had like Trubisky and stuff, and they had Jordan Howard, they had an identity. They like run the ball, and then Trubisky managed the game. Kind of like how we doing sort of right now. And they was able to get 13 wins. But right now, I don't see an identity. And I felt like that's why I had an issue with the Justin Fields scenario, because I felt he got blamed for a lot of it. And the same thing was there. Like, you get receivers all you want. If the O-line is killing you and you don't have an identity, him to kind of develop in his game, what's the point of changing the quarterback? Now, maybe I'm wrong, but that's just all I want to say.
Well, you can't blame. Well, the thing is, you can't blame Fields when he's running for his life and he ain't got no offensive line.
Exactly, that's what I was
saying.
And
no running game, because he has to do it by himself. But then also too, a lot of the Bears receivers dropped a lot of balls. Pause.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That was another thing that got blamed on. You know what I'm saying? But other than that,
Listen. No, enough of this Bears
I
talk.
know, Daryl. I know, Daryl. We gonna get rid of it. We gonna,
This is enough of this Bears talk. That's their problem. That's not our problem. That's their problem. So I mean, no disrespect. So that's their problem. Let them figure it out.
Bear down.
Right? They screwed over the organization. Screwed over Justin Fields and all them. That's their problem, not ours. But
right.
yeah,
So,
enough of this Bears talk. Let's go ahead and get into the
thoughts.
Yes, let's get into the final thoughts. Bree, let's start off with you, brother. Then Thomas J. Then I'm gonna finish it off.
Okay. All right. First, I gotta say, gotta give a prayers to Billy Sims, man. Yesterday he got sick during his signing, so he had to leave out early. So a special prayer for Billy Sims, man, because I didn't, I went over there tried to go to the sign, and they said he had to leave because he felt sick. So big prayers to Billy Sims on that. Final thoughts. Just wonderful show, man. Everybody that came at the end. The draft was just great. Just all the people that I got a chance to be around, even some of the draft picks and former players and things like that. Nate Burleson and Pat McAfee and Cam Hayward and all them, man. It was just a fun situation to see that and the draft in our city, man. And just even everything that's going on with that, and including the Tigers too. Shout out to the Tigers and also, man, shout out to Dan Dickerson. He just went through 25 seasons with the Tigers. So definitely big ups to him as well. Got a chance to talk to him, got him to sign my bobblehead and stuff. They was giving away bobbleheads. So shout out to them. And just like I said, man, just everybody that's watching, man, we thank y'all. It's gonna be more stuff we're gonna put together. This is just the beginning. Definitely shout out to the BCP for coming in, even though Bears fans, but shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? And showing the support. And yeah, man, just and stack up on the Cheez-Its and Modelo's. Like, no. He act like he don't hear me, but he hear me.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Nomas.
Even though it's the glow light over there, I know he see me, and he still got to back away from the camera.
All right, so my final thoughts is this, everybody. First off, I want to say I'm going to shout out Roger Goodell for taking, for actually trying to blend in with us, saying when he was here and taking the booze and, actually treating us with some respect, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate the NFL allowing us to have the draft here, man. It was a big blessing for a lot of us to be able to experience that. So that's one thing with the NFL. While we're sending out prayers, I do want to send my prayers out to Tank Dell, wide receiver of the Houston Texans, who was, I believe, grazed with the bullet recently, yesterday. I don't know if it was at the club or something like that, so we sent prayers to him. I think he has been released from the hospital, so glad. Hope he can have a speedy recovery for his receiver. He had a good year with the Texans, man. They were decent running the playoffs, man, especially the good teams this year. So, you don't never want to see a player, have something like that, man. Because everybody got to stay safe, man. That's why I'm like being an introvert that I am. So, with that being said, also, man, thank you to my brothers up here on the panel as always, man. We was able to finally come together to do a show. It felt like 30 years, and our schedule's been hectic, but we still sticking here strong, y'all. We ain't going nowhere. Salute to Big Willie, man, for treating us the way he did. Special shout out also to Big Cats too as well. But big special shout out to Owens' team, because, like I said, beginning of the stream, I wouldn't have been able to have that experience probably without him. So, to everything, man, thank you for supporting us, bro, and being there, all the jokes and antics y'all do, but all the real stuff, man, we gotta do something for that brother, because what he did wasn't just about making sure I get to draft. It was about our people. Like, we don't do stuff like that for each other no more. And to let you know there's still a few of us out here like that. That can't go unrecognized, and I appreciate that, sir. And at the end of the day, I hope everybody out here stays safe, man. If you gotta go to work, man. Keep yourself out there, man. Go to work, do things, do what you gotta do, but understand that sports, is what it is. If you go outside and we got this warm weather, just act civil. I know you want to go out there and have fun. As the weather's breaking now, it's about to be summer. Before we look up, be civil, because it's too much stuff going on. We don't need no more shootings. We don't need no more unnecessary stuff, man. Just be civil. That's all I want to say. Thank you again to the NFL, and salute to everybody that was out there celebrating the draft. And God bless everybody. Have a good one, Daryl. Oh wait, man, I just want to say this. I am editing some of the stuff from the draft and putting it out there as clips and videos. I'm going to release that as soon as I can. So I'm going to need stuff from Daryl and Bree to send to me if they want to add anything in it. But outside that, go ahead, Daryl.
Man, absolutely, man. It's definitely glad to be back with y'all guys, man. It's been a long overdue, man. Like I said, the work schedule, me and Nomans and, Bree, doing this thing. So we're just glad to finally be back here, man. It's to show love, man. So like I say, all three of us had a great, wonderful experience at the NFL draft, in our city that we love, that we cherish and everything. It's been great. Our fan base, the city of Detroit showed up. The whole state of Michigan showed up. A bunch of Lions fans and other fans around the country that came out, man. So it was definitely a wonderful experience. So absolutely, man. 2024 draft was unbelievable, man. The national media came out, ESPN, NFL Network, the whole nine, everybody came out, showed up, man. So this is definitely a wonderful, wonderful experience. And being back with my brothers, man, what I'm saying? And also shout out to my guys, brothers at Dynasty Sports Network as well. Say Big Willie Styles, Culture, King. Shout out to King, man, as well, man. He held the draft party out there in Soaring Eagle Casino with Dose of Dion and Easy and them guys, Michael Mike and all those, man. You got shout out to them guys as well. One of the best content creators we have in this industry, man. So give a shout out to them guys as well, man. So definitely, absolutely, man. This has definitely been a great experience, man. So for us, saying something we'll remember for the rest of our lives, man. Definitely. So we glad we able to enjoy every moment of it. Me personally, like I said, I did, I addressed it yesterday, and I like to apologize, especially to I like to apologize for wearing the Eagles jersey and the Eagles hat, because I did it for a reason. Because I wanted to address these nauseated cowgirl, whatever you want to call it. I want to address the cow bees. The cow bees. Yeah, the cow. I wanted to address them so bad. They're the most.
And that one guy got you good though. I'm sorry, that one guy got.
Oh yeah, I mean
that Super Bowl. The nickname of that Super Bowl y'all played. The fumble hurts. Oh man,
the fumble hurt. I mean, they haven't seen a Super Bowl. They haven't seen Super Bowl in 30 years. So I mean, when they want to keep living off the past, but yeah. So, but it was fun, getting the fan base nerves. Yeah, having fun with Jets fans as well. Jets sucks. Yeah,
I did the same thing too, wearing a Chargers jersey. So it was fun.
It was fun.
I had on the Charger Antonio James jersey with the hat. So I made fun of everybody.
Yeah, it's all fun.
Everybody, man. Lions fans too. I did.
Yeah. So.
Yep. And proud of it.
Yeah, it was fun though, man. At the end,
I ain't apologizing for nothing I did. I love it.
I'm
fucking around with me.
Listen, I'm put it like this. I ain't apologize to them Dallas, you know who fans. I'm not apologize for them. I'm not apologize for them. No, them cheaters.
Oh man, I made fun of everybody. Packer fans, Cowboys, Niners.
Yeah.
I got on Niner fans too. Oh,
Oh,
you a 49er fan? Fuck you.
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 You. Oh, I really want them Dallas, you know who. Yeah, really wanted them, but yeah, man, like I said, man, it was all fun, man. Showing them, spending time with the brothers, man, and shout out to, like I said, everybody. You know, 0-16, man, you definitely get a special shout out from 0-16. I know you're still in this chat, brother. We got something for you, brother. We ain't gonna tell you what it is. We got something for you, so just be on the lookout for that, brother. But that's it. It's been a great show.
We got something for you.
Yeah, we got something for you, brother. So
I got something different for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Your Spartan jersey will be in the mail.
Yeah, absolutely. He knows it'll be in the mail. He knows it'll be in the mail. So he knows it. But yeah, man, it's definitely been a great show today, man. So man, it's been fun.
Also, man, I gotta say this. Shout out to Nas Reed for winning the 6th Man of the Award, and shout out to Mark Dandino for winning the Coach of the Year in the NBA with the Thunder. And
Candace Parker on her retirement.
Yeah, okay. Right. Okay.
Hey, I love Candace Parker now. She's one of the best NBA players ever played the game.
You have your reasons, I got mine.
Okay. She's one of the best WNBA players ever played. And I want to say a special. I don't want to do this, but I might have to wear all black tonight. The reason why I say it, because the Denver Nuggets are gonna send the Los Angeles Fakers home tonight. Book it in the story. Bye Fakers. Bye LeBron. See you next year. You're not the GOAT. I'm gonna leave it at that. As that being said, fellas.
And shout out to the Timberwolves for beating the Suns.
Yeah.
I think Durham, we might have to say this. I think we officially have taken away the baby wolves and they back to being the wolves.
Absolutely.
For now.
Absolutely.
Now if they lose to Denver, they're gonna be back to the baby wolves. But
I'm not gonna give them that far, but they did get out the first round, so I'm not gonna give them that far. But as that being said, this has been another great episode of D313XP, man. Episode 34, man. Got my guy Breed, known as Jay. This is your boy DC1. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe to our channel, our YouTube. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram. Yeah, make sure you got any questions, concerns, you got any input, hit us up, man. We gonna be around, man. So definitely, and make sure y'all follow our guys at Dynasty Sports Network as well, man. Make sure you follow those guys as well. So Spartan strong, baby. Go green, go white. We out of here.
Oh, speaking of go green, go white, shout out to Andre Riser too. He representing down there.
Shout out to Andre Riser, man. But as that being said, this is D313XP. We out of here. Bree, Nomas J, your boy DC1. We out.
Get the OnlyFans.
Yeah, whatever. No, don't start with that.